7-minute centers. I imagine that we are going to spin right around and be underway, which we are, and we are almost already 1,000 meters. Shoot, are we past 1,000 meters? If not, we are very close to passing getting close to getting into the 1,000 meters already down of the next race, which is the men's U17 single D final. So we are looking for places 25 to 29 in the U17 single in the country right now. The field from far to near is Jay Kirk out of Parati, Klim Zolaratev out of Woodlands, Kieran Lung out of Wilmington Youth, Luca Garvey out of Conestoga, and Cole Johnston from Long Island. Right now on the far side is where the speed lies with Parati. We keep hearing Parati as one of those crews that is producing some speed within the races that they are in. So good sculling happening out of those crews. To field crews that make it this far, that means, again, that they have produced speed within their regions and produced enough speed to make it all the way to the national championships. And there we have it. Parati across the first 1,000 in first place right now.
And yes, and he will be followed behind Woodlands here, based off of this angle that I have. That will be Kim Zolatarev. Two Texas crews. Love it.
Two Texas crews used to the heat here, and they are bringing the heat today in this race. So up ahead, we have that Parati crew, followed by Woodlands, and then I would say the Wilmington Youth single, probably about a half a boat ahead of Conestoga, and then off the pack a touch is Long Island crew, Cole Johnston. But again, being able to mitigate this heat in a single and being out here in the sun, I mean, it's a beautiful way to spend your weekend here at the Youth National Championships.
Oh, it absolutely is. And this is going to be interesting as the field is opening up a little bit, but you will see Woodlands and Wilmington Youth neck and neck at this point. Actually, no, sorry. Excuse me. It is going to be Wilmington Youth and Conestoga that is neck and neck right now, and that second wave of boats there. And so they're going stroke for stroke right now. I mean, Wilmington Youth may have a slight lead over Conestoga, but not by much.
Yeah, trying to hold that slight advantage. I know in racing singles, it's very quiet. We've mentioned that before, and you can almost only hear the oarlocks and maybe some grunts and some heavy breathing of the other crews that you are trying to push down the course. You hear the referee launch. You hear maybe a couple hoots and hollers if you're far away, but as they come closer to the finish line, they feed off of that energy. It gets louder and more energetic, and you'll start to see some more energetic strokes being taken as they come into the sprint. But it does look like that Wilmington Youth crew, Kira Lung over there, is pushing ahead of Conestoga, so leveraging that calm little advantage they've got where they're able to see a little bit out to the side. Conestoga trying to get more and more view of Conestoga, so Wilmington Youth pushing out in front. Great move there by Woodlands, and Parati still out in front.
And it looked like, Parati did have a good amount of open water, but Woodlands has closed that gap a little bit, and they have moved up. They've closed that gap and made this a bit more of a competitive race for Parati. And so will Parati be able to respond to that? And we are in the last 500 meters of the race, approaching that 250 line, maybe about 100 meters to that 250 line. And so we will see how that will pan out.
Not unlikely that Jay Kirk and Klim Zolaratev out of Parati and the Woodlands, respectively, not unlikely that they haven't seen each other because not only is from Texas, they're both from the Woodlands, Texas. So they're crosstown rivals. They may even be friends from across town, just rowing at different clubs. So sculling happening down there in the Woodlands area in Texas. We have sculling happening in Dallas. So a lot of sculling just in Texas in general happening these days. So right now with the red shirt, red blades, that is still Jay Kirk from Parati as the leader, but barely by a length, which with this many strokes left to be rowed, that is still time for lead to be diminished. But Jay Kirk, if he has anything to say about it, not going to let it happen because it looks like the boat is just kind of kicking along a little bit faster. And just as I say that, Klim Zolaratev out of the Woodlands as well is picking it up. So both of those athletes are sprinting right now, putting distance between them and the rest of the field. The Wilmington Youth sculler now sitting in the third place, clear water ahead of Luca Garvey out of Conestoga. And both of those crews are also clear ahead of Cole Johnston out of Long Island. Jay Kirk from Parati looking like that will be the athlete. He will be the one to come to the line with the quickest time here in this men's U17 single D final. But there is just about contact, about astern for Klim Zalartev out of the Woodlands. It's a lot to rev. It's a lot to rev.
Next across the line, the Wilmington youth sculler Kieran Lung, followed then by Luca Garvey of Conestoga. Rounding out the field, we will have Cole Johnston across the line out of Long Island, and that will be it for our men's U17 single D finalists.